When the sun disappears behind the skyline of Ho Chi Minh City, something extraordinary begins to unfold. The motorbikes don't stop. They multiply. The neon lights flicker to life. Pink, blue, purple, red. Music spills out from crowded doorways. Laughter echoes into the humid air. And among the thousands of people flooding the streets, there is a hidden rhythm, one most tourists never fully understand. Because when night falls in Vietnam, another world quietly comes alive. A world of survival, a world of opportunity, a world where some women step into the night not just to party, but to find connection, money, and sometimes escape. This is the untold story of Vietnam's nightlife and the women who navigate it. At first glance, it looks like celebration. Walk down Bui Vien Street and you'll see backpackers from Europe, businessmen from Asia, travelers from America, all drawn by the promise of excitement. Plastic chairs line the sidewalks, cheap beer flows endlessly, street vendors sell grilled meat and late-night snacks. But look closer, you'll notice something else. Women, often dressed carefully, moving slowly through the crowd, not rushing, not lost, observing. They make eye contact. Sometimes they smile, sometimes they simply wait. They know this environment well, because for them, the night isn't just entertainment, it's work. Vietnam is a country of incredible growth. Over the past few decades, cities like Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City have transformed into economic powerhouses. Skyscrapers rise where rice fields once stood. Luxury cars pass street vendors selling meals for less than $2. Opportunity is everywhere, but not equally. Many young women come from rural villages where jobs are scarce and wages are low. They arrive in the city chasing something better. Some find work in restaurants, some in factories, some in offices, but others discover that nightlife offers something different. Faster money, flexible hours, and the possibility of changing their lives much sooner. There is a pattern to everything. They don't wander randomly. They know where tourists go. They know which bars attract foreigners. They know which hotels are busy. Some sit alone, appearing casual. Others move in small groups, laughing, blending into the crowd. They aren't aggressive. They wait for signals. A glance held just a little longer. A smile returned. A conversation started. Sometimes it begins with something simple. Where are you from? Is this your first time in Vietnam? The interaction feels natural, friendly, harmless, and often it is. Not every conversation leads anywhere. Many end with nothing more than small talk, but sometimes both people understand the unspoken reality. It's easy to assume things from the outside, to judge, to simplify. But the truth is rarely simple. Some women choose this life because it offers independence. They can earn in one night what might take a week elsewhere. Some are supporting families back home, paying for siblings' education, parents' medical care, or building houses in their villages. Others are drawn by the freedom. No fixed schedules, no bosses controlling every movement. And some are simply navigating the only opportunities available to them. This isn't just about nightlife. It's about economics. It's about survival. It's about choices shaped by circumstance. For many visitors, Vietnam's nightlife feels like adventure, exciting, exotic, temporary. They see the lights, the music, the energy, but they don't see the deeper layers. They don't see the careful calculations happening behind every smile, the risk, the uncertainty, the emotional distance many women maintain to protect themselves. Because while tourists eventually leave, the women remain, night after night, street after street, year after year. At midnight, the streets are alive. Motorbikes roar past endlessly. Couples walk hand in hand. Friends laugh over drinks. And among them, women continue their quiet search, not always for romance, but for opportunity. Some nights are successful, some nights are not. Sometimes they return home early, sometimes they stay until dawn. The city never promises anything, only possibility. Behind every person in the nightlife scene is a story, a family, a past, a dream. Some women hope to save enough money to open businesses, a cafe, a clothing shop, a beauty salon, something that gives them stability beyond the uncertainty of the night. Others see it as temporary, a phase, a stepping stone toward something else. Few imagine themselves doing it forever, because the night is powerful, but it is also exhausting. The nightlife world isn't without danger. Trust is never guaranteed. Not every interaction is safe. So many women develop instincts. They learn to read people quickly, to sense intentions, to avoid situations that feel wrong. They form networks, friendships, support systems. They watch out for each other, because in a city this big, survival often depends on awareness. What makes Vietnam's nightlife so fascinating is how seamlessly it blends into everything else. By day, the same streets look completely different. Families eat breakfast, office workers rush to jobs, students ride bicycles to school, and the women who walk those streets at night disappear into the crowd, invisible, anonymous, their nighttime lives hidden behind ordinary appearances. No signs, no labels, just people living complex lives. Night changes people. Darkness creates freedom. It removes structure, removes expectations, removes judgment, at least temporarily. People feel braver, more open, more willing to explore parts of themselves they hide during the day. This is why nightlife exists everywhere in the world. But in Vietnam, it carries its own unique rhythm, a mixture of tradition and modernity, hope and hardship, opportunity and uncertainty. Vietnam is evolving fast. Every year more opportunities emerge, better jobs, higher wages, more education, and with these changes, the nightlife world is changing too. Some women leave it behind, others never enter it at all. The future is unpredictable, but one thing remains certain. As long as cities exist, as long as people search for opportunity, the night will always hold its secrets. At 4 a.m., the streets finally begin to quiet. The neon lights flicker off, the crowds fade, the motorbikes thin out, and the women who walked these streets disappear once again into the vastness of the city, some counting their earnings, some reflecting on their choices, some already thinking about tomorrow night, because in a city of millions, survival takes many forms, and while most people only see Vietnam's beauty in the daylight, the true complexity of its human stories lives in the darkness, hidden in plain sight, waiting for those willing to look deeper.